back to the barn kitchen. Today in the barn kitchen, excuse me, we're going to be making blackberry jelly. This is juice from my berries from last summer that I got via my steam juicer and froze because I didn't have time to deal with them this summer. This was taken 725 of 21, and I've got 4 cups, which is exactly what I want for a batch of jelly. So I'm going to make that today. I've got my steam juicer back on the stove. You can see there heating up. My lids are ready, and I've got a pot ready. So I'm going to move this camera over there where you can watch, and we will get this going and have some blackberry jelly to give some Christmas gifts this year. So into the pot, I'm going to put my 4 cups of blackberry juice. And the variety of berries that I have are called Triple Crowns. They are thornless, and we've got about a 100-foot row. So I have several jars of the juice froze right now, waiting for me to get this done with them. So there's 4 cups of juice. And to that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then I'm going to add 7.5 cups of sugar. And I know that sounds like a lot of sugar, but this jelly is just really good. And I don't use any pectin when I'm setting that up. So I'm going to get my fire going here and stir this all up. And we will bring this to a gel temp of 221 and hold it there for about 4 or 5 minutes. I do have a plate sitting in my freezer right now, getting cold, so that I can do the plate test to make sure that it's set up, where you dribble some of the jelly on a plate when it's cold and see if it sets up. It's just sitting there just in case. But this is the way I always made it, and usually I don't have any problems with it setting up. I have my jars right now in my dishwasher getting ready. I use it to sanitize and heat all my jars. So they should be coming due here shortly. So that right there is pretty much it. Now all I'm going to do is stir it and cook it until it reaches that gel point, and then we will jar it and put it in the steam canner where we're going to can it for 10 minutes. I'm at 213, 14. I'm getting really, really close. And you can see it's starting to do the rolling boil now. So I need to keep stirring that. You want to make sure that you stir it so that it doesn't scorch and stick on the bottom. And once I hit that magic number, I'm going to maintain that for 4 or 5 minutes. We're almost right there. And you'll see some foam forming on the top. I did put just a tiny, tiny bit of butter in there. That helps keep that down so I don't have to skim it off. But it's almost impossible to do this without getting some foam on the top. So I generally put the butter in. And that's real butter, not margarine. So this is the plate I've had in the freezer. Let's just see what it does. Let it sit there a minute. Still pretty runny. I think we're there. That's hardly running. Good. That's the one I did earlier. It was not ready, you could tell. Still really sticky. Not quite what I want, actually. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, we are done. Let's turn the stove off and we will get it over there and start jarring. Okay, I just took the jars out of the dishwasher. They're very, very hot. So let's get these ladled up. And I can tell it's already starting to thicken. And I'm going to fill all of these to within a 1/4 inch of the top. Try not to slop it all over the place and waste it. I hate wasting it. And this one's ready. So I just wipe the rim here. I'm going to wipe the rim to make sure I haven't got any juice dripped on there that would keep it from sealing. Add a lid, a ring, hand tighten, and it is going to go into the steam canner. And on to the next one. It is just so easy to make jelly or jam. I don't know why you'd ever want to buy it, if you had the resources. But then you could always buy the fruit and still do it. There's another one. That needs just a tiny bit more. The lid and a rim. And let me get these done and I will show you how this steam canner works. So I ended up with 7 half pints and a little bit extra, which I didn't bother to jar, that I'll just put in the refrigerator for us to eat. And I'll also use this to test my pH once it cools. I always do that on my jellies and jams and keep it a record of it so I know that I'm safe. I wanted to show you too this plate test where I put the dribbles. You can see that I'm a success because I hope you can see that it moved right, or it firmed right up as it cooled. So I have no doubt that this is set up correctly. So anyway, these are on the steam canner now. And what you do is fill it to water, with water just to that bottom plate. And then I'm going to set this lid on it. And it has this indicator, get it down in there, an indicator on the top that tells you what your temperature is. When it gets into the green area, see if I can move this. The green area in the 3 is where my region is. So I wait till it gets to that green area and that's when I start my timing. So I love this. You don't have to have near the water as a water bath canner, but anything that you could water bath, you can steam bath. So I've got that set and it's moving up now. And once it hits that darkest green area, I will start my 10-minute timer. And that's it. This is just wonderful. I can't believe all the years I've used that boiling water canner, and it's so heavy and requires so much water. And this is just really makes life easy. So it's going up now, going up very fast. You don't start your timer though until you hit your range. So you just have to watch that dial and then set. I've got my 10-minute already set here on my little timer, ready to hit the button. And then we'll take them out, let them cool for 24 hours, take the rims off, check the seals, date them and label them, and they'll be good to go. We've reached our magic number, so I want to show you where that dial's at, and I have set my gauge for 10 minutes. I hope you can see. If not, I apologize. Timer just went off, so it's ready to get the jars out. So let's turn off our stove, remove this cover. It is really hot, so you gotta be careful. And get our jars over here. Another thing I like about this steam bath is your jars do not have all the lime on them from hard water, which we have around here. Hopefully, we will soon hear that familiar and beloved ping as they seal. These are not ball lids, so I did heat them up. They're a different brand, and I'm hoping I did not make a mistake by getting them. I like the size of the jars. So there they are. As they cool, they'll seal. Like I said, I'm going to leave them alone 24 hours, and then I will take the rims off and test the seals. I got to tell you, it's hot in here. It's the 15th of December here at Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri, and it's over 70 degrees outside. And canning in my kitchen, it has really got hot in here. In fact, my hairs went flat. God, I hate that. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to follow me as the rest of my barn kitchen ventures. Next up, I think I'm going to be making hot rolls. So thank you and have a wonderful day. I'm waiting for that ping. Still waiting for that ping, but I don't think these guys are going to. They don't have the button in the center like the ball do, but I have noticed they are pulled down and they're sunken. So, kind of saddened by that. But anyway, it looks like they've sealed. Anyway, next time I'll go back to the pingers.